Right. Hey, all right. Now I'm here to ramble a bit more. I've got, thought I'd give a bit of advice that I've collected over the years of what apps I use to make the business side of tattooing. I mean, not just the business side, but your day-to-day life as a tattooist easier. Yeah. So here's 6 apps that I find make my life easier tattooing. And I'm not saying I've researched these apps recently, it's what I've used for a long time. It's what I did research and stuck with since. They may be better now. It's always good to do your own research on what helps. But anyway, number 1, Spark Email. Now, I'm not sure completely why I stuck with this for so long over everything else, and other things have probably caught up with this now. But at the time, it was the best email app for file management, for downloading attachments, photos that people send you and stuff like that, and saving it on your phone or your iPad. So it just made life a lot easier. And the use face is quite clean. It's just easy, and I get on with it really well. So that's my favorite email app. Number 2, Calendars by Readle. Yeah. I'll try and show pictures of these in the App Store on the screen. Now, another app I've been using for a long time, and again, other apps might have caught up now, but at the time of getting this app, it was the first calendar app that showed a whole month view, that when you switched to the month, it didn't compress into small dots on each date. It actually showed you what each appointment was. Even though it was tiny, you'd have like the first letter of something, and you could understand, like if you'd booked these appointments, then you know what it is in them days. You'd know that it was a tattoo appointment, you'd know if it wasn't, or if it just said day off or something like that. It made life a lot easier, and I still use it now, and I use it alongside my email app on my iPad. If I'm doing emails on my iPad, I split the screen into 2, using Stage Manager, I think, on iPad, and I'll type my email one, do my calendar on the other one, and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, it's my favorite email app, and I feel like it's a welcome addition to the collection of apps that I've mustered over the years. Number 3, Shopify. Now, I'm going to say this with a pinch of salt, if that's the right term to use. It is by far the best merch store app I found that integrates well with the meta platforms like Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. It is very confusing for someone who's not massively into online commerce and stuff like that. It can get a bit confusing. So I recommend, if you download and use it, to watch tutorials and understand it better that way. Before I was using Big Cartel, which is a lot simpler, but I just found it, and I couldn't link it to my Facebook, my Instagram, and I wanted to have a shop on my Instagram so you can click view shop and my prints would come up and stuff like that. So Shopify is definitely worth a look into if you have the patience to sit there and you do the tutorials. It's good at tracking how much stock you have left, etc, etc, etc. Number 4, Lightroom. This is more for your raw users when it comes to photography. If you're taking pictures on your camera as opposed to your phone, then Lightroom's just the best way. Just upload your raw photos into there. I have a little dongle I plug into my iPad, put my SD card in that, boom, open up Lightroom app, bring off the SD card into Lightroom, do your editing, save your filters, save your file, what are they called? Your presets. Save your presets, load them onto your tattoo, and then adjust. And it is just the most powerful photo editing software you can get on your phone or your iPad. It's not to say that if you're using your phone, then it's still amazing, but you could obviously use other accounts, and it's not going to be the kind of program where you can add any texts or emojis or starry background galaxy swirls over the top of your images. It is literally just a photo editing app, and a damn good one at that. So I suggest getting it. Number 5, CapCut. You want to make videos, you want to make shorts, CapCut's free, man. You have to pay to unlock some of the stuff on there, but it's free. And it is powerful. And you know what? Who taught me how to use CapCut? My 10-year-old daughter. She uses it on her YouTube channel, which might add, she has like 500 and something subscribers. She's catching up to me. She makes a lot of Roblox videos, stuff like that. She's damn good at it as well. And she uses CapCut. And she taught me how to use it. So as you can tell by that, it is not that hard to use. So it's definitely worth a look into. CapCut. Get it for your video editing needs. It's great. Number 6, Headspace. This is where shit's gonna get serious now. After a very long, stressful, drawn-out divorce, I was in a hard place, and I had therapy, and I saw a psychiatrist, and you know, it was a lot of personal stuff, but I needed to build on myself to move forward because I was struggling. Everything that stemmed from that pushed into my art, and it was hard to sit there and get motivated to draw anything for tattooing. And one of the best pieces of advice I got given was to try mindfulness, to try meditating, just 10-15 minutes a day. And I thought, fuck that shit, I ain't sitting there doing that. And you know what, I ended up doing it. I ended up giving it a try, and I stuck with it. I got Headspace, I paid for it, and I used it for a year religiously, day after day. I did all they got like 30-day things to follow on with, to follow along with. Well, what just happened there? And you do, and I tell you what, at first it feels stupid, and you don't understand how this is going to help, and you don't understand how using this advice is really going to help you, because it feels like more effort than being an anxious mess anyway. But then once you start learning it, it's just the same as driving. You do it, it's hard at first. When you do it for a while, it starts to become second nature, and you don't think about it anymore. And that's the point. You keep at it, and you keep at it, and then them tools you build from the mindfulness, the meditation, become second nature. And whenever you're having a bout of anxiety, or you feel overwhelmed at the studio because, you know, some changes are getting made, some designs and stuff like that, you have that inside you to help you deal with it. And it was great. It helped me with my confidence, it helped me with work. I started making, you know, I started to get back into it again, and it helped me with myself, the anxieties I had, the social anxieties, all sorts of stuff. So it's definitely worth doing, and Headspace was great for that. Again, there might be better ones out there. This is what I've used. So there's 6 apps that I feel have really helped me throughout the years. I'm still a fucking mess. I still am unorganised, and I still don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't even know what I'm doing right here, right now. But they've made it 5% easier, all of them. So yeah, give them a try. Or if you've got any better suggestions, get that shit down in the comments. Really appreciate you watching this video and all the other ones, and I will get some more stuff together soon. Thank you very much. I love the shit out of all of you. Go support me on Patreon or buy me a coffee and all that shit, please. I'd really appreciate it. Bye. I love you.